Oh, this is a story all about how I lip-locked with the random and then said ciao. I'd like to take a moment just to sit right here and tell you how I kissed a stranger in Europe one year.
Hello everyone, I am Katrina. Welcome to my channel. I am so excited to tell this story today. I have a very strong opinion, and that opinion is that the first bite of something delicious is often a better experience than a first kiss. You know what I mean? Like that first bite of a juicy taco or like a succulent hamburger, like experiencing that, I take that over a first kiss any day. Just let that marinate in your brains for a while. But anyhow, you're here for a story, so let's begin. Picture it. Austria, summer 2015. I am a bright-eyed, bushy-tailed college student traveling abroad for the first time ever with 2 other guys and 2 other girls. We were doing a month-long travel backpacking around Europe before we studied abroad in London, and we were just at the start of our trip. So we had just finished up in Munich, Germany, and then next destination was, oh shoot, I forget what the city was. Let me look it up real quick. Okay, so apparently we were in Salzburg, Austria. We were just having a grand old time. I remember the morning of that fateful day, I was sitting in this cute little Austrian cafe with the girls because we wanted to grab a quick breakfast before we headed out to explore the city that day. Now, a key detail to this story is that if you ever have the privilege of going to Europe, there is a very serious matter that you will have to attend to at least once, maybe even 3 times a day, and that is gelato. It's not just an Italy thing, like it is everywhere in Europe. Thank God. And because you have this newfound craving, it becomes somewhat of a sport to find it at the cheapest prices possible, but still the best quality. Like, I remember my group and I would be like, we'd see like, oh, gelato place, and we'd go and it would be like, what's the cost? What's the cost? Oh, €2.75. And then we go to the next place and we're like, guys, this one's €2.15. And it was like, just hunting down the lowest prices possible. It was fun. So we thought we had just lucked out in Germany that there was gelato there, but we were about to discover that yes, even in Austria, gelato awaits. So as my group and I are headed out to explore those classic cobblestone streets, we see a beacon of hope in the distance. It's a cart, a humble cart that reads cheapest gelato in Europe, or it might have said in Austria. Either way, it was claiming to be the cheapest. And you would have to be a madman to not approach this claim and test its validity. So as good tourists do, we moseyed our way over. We were hopeful, yet skeptical. And as we got closer, I started to notice the boy behind the bold claim. It was his ocean eyes that got me at first, and then that witty, crooked smile that he wore so nicely. I actually forgot that I was there for the gelato until he opened the mouth that I was staring at so intensely to ask what flavor we wanted. I simply replied, pistachio. And I guess something about our accents gave up the fact that we were Americans, and so he was intrigued and started asking what state we were from. And then he directed his questions towards me and started asking me what I did. And I told him that I was a student studying psychology. And in an unprecedented, never before heard reply to that statement, he told me to read his mind. And I got like super flustered and I was like, oh my gosh, say something smart, say something cute, say something smart. And I was like, I think you're thinking about gelato? To which he replied, no, I'm thinking about pretty American girls. Kind of. That was the worst Austrian accent. I can't do it. But no, he was like, I'm thinking about pretty American girls. And I was like, it was then that I probably should have ran and never looked back. Spoiler alert, that will happen eventually. But no, me being the impossibly hopeless romantic that I am, I wanted nothing more than to dive deeper into the eyes of the pretty Austrian version of Nico Tortorella. But alas, my group and I were on a mission for the day, which did not permit any more time for the meet cute of myself and the Austrian gelato boy. So as we walked away, gelato and tote, my girls were telling me that he was definitely into me, and I was like, oh, he was into all of us. You know, as we girls do, to just reassure each other that we're all attractive and beautiful. And then I couldn't stop thinking about him, and then about a whole 15 minutes of pining passed before I finally just asked the group, like, hey guys, would you dare me to like kiss that guy? And they were like, what? And I was like, yeah, like if he's back when we return from our little, you know, outing today, do you dare me to kiss him? They were like extremely uninterested and doubtful that I would even go through with the thing. I practically had to beg them to dare me. I got my way eventually. So off we went on our adventures, which included, but were not limited to,
ziplining towards the hills that were alive with the sound of music, making basic poses in front of generic flower beds, stumbling upon an Austrian cat with a middle part, being the only adult ever to enjoy this playground. La, 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 la,
if you don't put the Sound of Music soundtrack to this, I will be so mad.
And wishing I was 16 going on 17 at this famous gazebo. If you know, you know. Theater kids, I'm talking to you.
After all that hullabaloo, it was finally time for us to make our way back to the bridge, because across from the bridge was our hostel. So as we approach the bridge, I see Austrian gelato boy is still there. And I'm like, hours had passed. Like I really at that point was thinking he's not gonna be there and I'm gonna be like off the hook. The rhinos that went through my stomach when I saw him there and that dang on cart. And then of course my group noticed him immediately after and they start like egging me on. They were like, you're not gonna do it. On the inside, I'm like, yeah, you bet your bottom dollar I'm not gonna do it. But on the outside, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Kidding me? It's nothing. I remember so vividly, like each step closer felt heavier and scarier than the last. But in my head, I was like, you told him you would do it. You can't back out now. And I just remember like forcing those steps over because I'm like, once I get to him, I can't just turn back. Like I've got to take action. I just have to get myself to him. And next thing you know, with what felt like an out of body experience, I have gotten to the cart. There were those ocean eyes and that big smile, seemingly happy to see me again. I knew he recognized me because number one, we weren't wearing masks and you could actually identify people. And number two, let's be real, one does not simply just come across a black girl in Austria. That is not an everyday occasion, okay? Anyhow, there I am, caught in the currents of his pupils. Well, I'm just gonna let the footage tell the rest of the story.
Hey!
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good. I'm so scared right now.
Let's do an instant replay. Did you hear how my travel buddy was like, I'm so scared right now?
I'm so scared right now.
I was terrified. I could not believe that I actually did it. I bet you're wondering what I whispered to him before. Well, that is classified and will remain a secret until the day I die. Trick. You really think I'm gonna leave you hanging like that? Of course I'm gonna tell you what I whispered to him. What I whispered makes the story so unheroine of me. Unheroine. Also, you need to know, before I kissed him, I asked him, do you have a girlfriend? And he told me no. I am not out here trying to kiss other people's men. To my knowledge, he was not in a relationship. If he was, that's on him. Basically, I whispered, my friends dared me to kiss you. You totally don't have to kiss me right now, but it would be cool if you did. And then you saw, like, in the video, he instantly went in for it. Let's just show it again, just so you guys could see. Like, the kiss could have been longer, but, like, I was such a, like, little Christian, like, goody two shoes, girl. I just remember thinking like, do not make this kiss too long, just make it quick. So you did it and like get out of there. And then I had my total Cinderella moment where I'm just running. Like I just, in the video you see, I run away and my girlfriends are like freaking out. The guys are freaking out. I look back at him and he's just like watching me, just like with this big smile, probably like, what on earth just happened? Where is she going? And yeah, I got one last look at him smiling, and then the last thing he saw of me was me running. I should have left a shoe. To this day, I don't know who that boy was. I don't know what he's doing now, if he's still selling the cheapest gelato in Europe. But he was cute, and if any of y'all know him, tell him I say hi and hope he wasn't wounded too badly by my disappearance. Obviously, in the wake of COVID, I am in no way encouraging you to go kiss a stranger, but sometimes you just gotta live life on the edge. And me, the American prude, was just like, let's live a little, Katrina. And so that's what I did, and I have no regrets. I have no regrets. So that is the story for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. I have a lot more European travel stories that I might like post. I'm so glad that I actually got to use that footage because it's just been sitting in my computer for almost 6 years. So it's cool to be able to like relive that again with y'all. Anyhow, I hope you're having a great day wherever you may be. And I hope that you'll see me again in another video very soon. And may your first bites of delicious food always give you just as much pleasure as a first kiss.